Hello, 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 and welcome to another quick tutorial. Today we're talking about starts and stops on your long arm. So there are like 3 ways that I do it. I backtrack, that's one way. I take teeny tiny small stitches, that's another way. And burying your threads is the third way. So let me show you all 3 ways. Now, if you like this video, I'm going to tell you, you got to check out the Quilters Groove Creative Design Society. It is my monthly membership. I go over everything machine quilting in it, and it's so much fun, and it's super cheap. Super cheap. All right, so check it out and then check out the video. Alrighty, so let's talk about starting and stopping in your quilting. Okay, there seems to be a lot of interest in how do you start and stop. So let's just start. We've got a nice tail here. We're going to take a stitch down, up. You're going to move away and pull on your top thread to pull up your bobbin thread. You're going to move back. Now there's 3 ways you can start and stop, so I'm going to show you each one. But let's swap out our feet so you can see just a little bit better. So we have this foot on so you can see, and to start and stop you can do one of 3 things. You can backtrack, which is going to look like this. Let's just put our needle down, which is going to look like this. Just forward, back. That secures those threads. To stop, when you're doing it that way, right? We want to stop here. You're just going to do the same thing, forward and back, right over each other, and it secures those threads. That is the first way. That's great to do when you can hide it in a seam. Okay. You could take a few little stitches. So let's do that. So needle up, pull up that, and then you can do, whoops, 1, 2, 3, right next to each other. Those are such little stitches that they're not coming out. So you can do like 3, 4, 5 of them, then you can go ahead and stitch, and then stopping would be the same thing. Teeny tiny little stitches. You're moving just enough to catch a different thread. Right? Now, this is the other question I get asked is, okay, now how do I stop? You are going to again move away a length because you want the bobbin thread to be long enough to pull up. Move back to that location, take a stitch, pull it up, move away. If I cut it right here, I'm going to have a new bobbin thread that's this, and when I go to try and pull up the thread, then I'm going to have this itty bitty tiny thread that's like this long, and I'm going to be cursing because it's pain to get up. Can't grab it, etc. So move it away. Now I have a bobbin thread here to here, and I'll be able to pull it up easier on the next one. The third way is to bury your threads. So you're going to pull your both threads up to the top. You are just going to start stitching, keeping nice long tails. Then you're going to pull your machine away so you have a nice long bobbin thread. Come back, right back to where you were, take a stitch, pull that thread up. Again, you want that nice long bobbin thread. Now, here, if we cut right here, our threads are going to be too short to actually bury. So we want, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. So I want threads that are long enough to bury. Okay. Then we're going to bury these like we would hand quilting. So hold on and let me find my needle. So I have my needle. This is like one of those self-threading needles. So you can use any needle you want. We're going to make a nice little knot here. And I'm putting my needle in the knot so that I can pull it down to the bottom. Now I have this knot here, right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread it. And I'm going to come in, and what you want to make sure that you do is don't go through to the back of the quilt. So I'm just going to go into the batting. I'm going to pull it through, and I'm going to wait, and I want to hear that. Okay, I could hear that little pop, and that is that knot going into the batting. So we're going to do it again. Right, so I have my knot here, needle in, pull it down to the top. You don't have to get it all the way to the bottom because then it's harder to get it in. So I'm going to thread my needle, come in. I like to put my hand underneath it so I know I don't go through to the back. And you hear that little pop. And then you just pull all of your thread through. And there you go. So you can see of the three, this one you don't see your start and stop, this one's a little less, and then this one you see the most. So you can pick which one accordingly.